Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Let me just type that greeting. All right. Well, here we are. And I'm just going to do this to make sure I haven't changed it. Okay. All right. Here we go. I've had the most incredible morning. And there was an interruption right at the very beginning of the uh, recording I was doing on Facebook. And I was the one who had to end the video. And it was Bell Canada offering me a gift for no reason. And it was a lovely surprise. And they had been trying to reach me all day yesterday. So when I saw it, I said, I'll be back. And I took the call. And um, my video yesterday was so important to do for so many reasons. And I hope I received some beautiful, beautiful comments from so many of you. And I hope that my sharing where I am right now and what is going on is helpful. It's part of what I need to talk about in much the same way that I've needed to talk about everything in all of these videos since the beginning. And as I said yesterday, I feel really strongly that it's important that you see me. You see the Abby. Um, this is her. This is me, and you see how I'm coping. You see how I'm taking the steps I'm taking. You see what I have relied on in my life to do the things that I do, where I've leaned in and leaned back and dodged assorted things that I didn't see coming until the last minute, so that you can feel closer to someone you may have grown up with watching on television, so that you can feel more like a friend than a fan. Many years ago, when I did the Fame book launch, several of the fellows who came up from the US for the event, I was saying to one of them, when we walk through that door, right now, when we walk through that door into that studio where our book launch is going to happen, the minute we walk through that door, it's never going to be the same for you. And he said, well, that's right, Abby, I'm going to be on the inside with you. And I said, oh, funny man. And I said, and yes, you are. And it wasn't until the whole event, the whole crazy, wonderful event was over, he came to me and he said, you meant on the inside of Fame, didn't you? And I said, yeah, I did. Because once you're on the inside, once you're backstage, once you are putting on more spirit gum so that the glitter doesn't dry and fall off, once you're part of the crew putting the lockers together and carrying them out to the car, once you bump into Christine and say, hey, that was a great time at dinner last night. It was so great to meet you then. And she says, hey, we're old friends now. You're not a fan from a distance. You're not someone who says, I've got 6 of her autographs. You're a friend. We've become colleagues. We have walked the path together. And now we are both famous for sharing that moment. Fame comes in all shapes and sizes. You don't have to be Elvis Presley. You can be employee of the month at the coffee shop. You can be the guy who always picks up the newspaper when they leave it by the door instead of on the mat. You can be the person who is known for something, for anything. You can be the person other people say, that's my friend. And my life is better because of that. That is our journey to yes. You are my friends. All of you. You are part of my fabric. You are part of the story, and my life is better because of that. Our ripples intersect. We're not separate. In the other video, I was talking about this brilliant saying quoted often by people who study efficiency models. There was a man in the United States, an economist named W. Edwards Deming. And after World War II, the President of the United States tasked him, sent him to Japan to help Japan's economy rebuild. Because anybody can tear something down. It takes somebody special to build it back up and improve it. And W. Edwards Deming was famously quoted for saying, if you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. Even the act of picking up stuff and flinging it at a wall, hoping it sticks, that's a process. That's what I said on Facebook this morning. Here's what I'm saying to you now. The later folder that I talk about when I talk about managing our lives well, living well, focusing on the moment well. The later folder is where we place things that we must set aside to honor the moment we are about to live. The later folder is a process. It's a process of honoring and recognizing and affirming and reassuring. You can't just leave things at the door, leave the baggage at the door. You can't do that and just hope it's okay, because your emotional brain will worry that we'll forget that stuff unless we write it down, unless we reassure ourselves, unless we go through the process of securing and feeling safe. Everything is a process. And if you don't know that, you don't know what you're doing. These are wise words, not mine, but I'm sharing them today. So this journey to yes is a process. And I talked about it in a different way on Facebook than I'm going to talk about it now. Because as I've said it and I've thought about it and I've felt good about what I said and what I feel the ripple effect is going to be. Now this video gives me an opportunity to polish it differently and to give you the opportunity to maybe take something different away. And anything we take away, knowledge is power. Once we figure out what to do with it. So, the journey to yes is a decision we make, is a step we choose. The decision itself is a step we choose. And the step is this. I have to stop this, aren't I? Yes, I am. I'll be back.
Call from.
Hello?